Aurelia had always been curious about the forest. The villagers called it the Forest of Whispers, and for a good reason. Strange sounds, like soft murmurs, drifted from its depths, especially at night. The elders spoke of an ancient entity that lived in the heart of the forest, one whose name was forgotten by time, but whose presence could still be felt. Aurelia, however, wasn't afraid. She had a bold spirit, the kind that loved exploring the unknown. At 14, she was known for her wild imagination and her thirst for adventure. While the other kids played in the village square or helped their parents with chores, Aurelia spent her days at the edge of the forest, peering through the trees, wondering what lay beyond. "Don't go too far," her grandmother Lyra always warned. "The forest is alive with secrets, and some of them are better left undisturbed." But on the evening of the annual harvest festival, when the village was bustling with music and dancing, Aurelia felt a tug in her heart, a pull towards the forest she had never felt before. The sun was dipping below the horizon, and the forest, bathed in the soft glow of twilight, seemed to whisper her name. The trees stood tall and thick, their branches twisting together like a woven net. As she ventured deeper, the air grew colder, and the sounds of the festival faded into silence. Aurelia's heart raced, but her curiosity pushed her forward. The whispers were louder now, but not like the soft breeze she was used to, but like faint voices calling her name. "Aurelia." She stopped, her breath catching in her throat. Was somebody there? She turned in a slow circle, her eyes wide, but there was no one. Only the trees, their twisted limbs reaching for the sky. Then, just ahead of her, a strange light flickered. Aurelia took a cautious step forward. The light shimmered and grew brighter, revealing the figure of a woman. She was tall, graceful, with pale skin that seemed to glow in the dimming light. Her hair was long and black, floating as though caught in an invisible breeze. She smiled, but there was something unsettling about her eyes. They were pure black, like deep pools of shadow. "I've been waiting for you, Aurelia," the woman said in a voice like the rustling of leaves. Aurelia felt a chill run down her spine. "Who are you?" she asked, her voice trembling despite her best efforts. "I am Valmorra," the woman replied, her smile widening. "And you, my dear, have been chosen." Aurelia stepped back. Chosen for what? Valmorra's smile faded, and the light around her grew darker. "To help me return to my full power. You see, I was once a queen, ruler of this forest, and all of the creatures within it. But I was banished long ago, trapped in the shadows by those who feared me." Aurelia's eyes widened. "What do you mean? Why do you need me?" Valmorra's black eyes glimmered with a dark excitement. "Because I am bound to this forest, and so are you. Your bloodline, dear, has always been tied to mine. You have a gift, a power deep within you. All you have to do is give it to me." Aurelia shook her head, her pulse quickening. "I don't have any power. I'm just me." "Oh, but you do," Valmorra purred. "Your strength lies in your heart, in your courage. You will unlock the power within you. Help me, and I will reward you with everything you've ever desired." Aurelia felt the weight of her grandmother's warning in her mind. The forest is alive with secrets, and some of them are better left undisturbed. Valmorra took a quick step closer, her form shifting, her glow intensifying. "You could have everything you ever dreamed of. Wealth, beauty, power beyond measure. All I ask in return is your loyalty." Aurelia's stomach twisted. She could feel the pull of the forest, the strange power glowing stronger. But she also felt the warmth of her family, her village. She couldn't betray them, not for anything. "No," Aurelia said firmly. "I won't help you." Valmorra's smile faltered for a moment, but then she laughed. A cold, mocking sound. "You think you can resist me? You are nothing but a child, a vessel waiting to be filled." The ground beneath Aurelia's feet began to tremor, and shadowy tendrils reached out from the trees, curling around her ankles. She gasped and tried to pull away, but the darkness was relentless. Valmorra's laughter grew louder. Aurelia closed her eyes, drawing in every ounce of courage she had. She remembered her grandmother's words, the love of her family, the warmth of her village. With a fierce cry, Aurelia reached deep within herself and pulled out a burst of pure, brilliant light. It shone like a beacon, pushing back against the shadows that surrounded her. "No!" Valmorra screamed, her form flickering. Aurelia's heart pounded as the light grew brighter, surrounding her like a protective shield. The tendrils recoiled, and the shadows began to dissolve. Valmorra's once strong presence wavered, her form weakening. "You are not of the darkness," Aurelia said, her voice steady now. "I will not let you take what is mine." With one final, blinding flash of light, Valmorra's form shattered, her dark influence dissolved into nothingness. Aurelia collapsed to her knees, breathing heavily, but the forest around her was changing. The oppressive gloom lifted, replaced by the soft rustling of wind through the trees. The whispers faded, replaced by peaceful sounds of nature. The next day, Aurelia returned to the village, her heart still racing, but filled with pride. The elders had been right. Some secrets are best left undisturbed, and sometimes the greatest strength came from choosing the light over the darkness. Her mother, who had been waiting for her, gave her a knowing smile. "You did well, my dear." Aurelia smiled back, feeling the weight of the forest's secrets in her heart. She had faced the shadows, and she had won. The end.